right, guys, we're back on. One last words here. Final thoughts. Welcome to my Cowboys family. One last time on Christmas, now officially Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and all the fun we had on Christmas Eve with the Cowboys. Blowing it. Um, as I wait for a couple of people to get in here on this extremely late night stream, I want to first and foremost thank all of you guys, Space Cowboy especially, Space Cowboy 17, who we just did a collaboration with him. It was fun. It was interesting. It was some good talk. Unfortunately, Jason Garrett, as you can see, Sleepy Dog says, Jason Garrett is silencing me. No, cannot silence us. He will not silence us. But unfortunately, Jason Garrett, or not Jason Garrett, but the YouTube world has conked out on us here. So yes, we are back. Another couple of minutes just to finish up because we kind of lost the discussion, kind of lost track because of everything. Simus, what's up, man? How you doing? That is true. Dez has really gone downhill ever since the catch issue in Green Bay. He had a couple bad years, down years, but then he really went down after that, and it's been difficult to really support Dez and any of his and he consistently an elite receiver does not drop the ball on a consistent basis. He does that. Dez Bryant drops the ball on a consistent basis. Actually, let me rephrase that. No NFL receiver who's worth anything in the NFL drops the ball on a consistent basis. That's the point. Pissed? Yes, Simus, I am beyond pissed. That's why I'm on here. This is the third stream today I'm doing. I'm just pissed off. Draft talk. I'm actually going to say that because I'm not really draft savvy. That's why Space Cowboy 17, he was the one that I really want to discuss draft stuff with because he really knows more about the draft. We're going to get, as the offseason, we go into the offseason in February, we're going to do more stuff on more, when the smoke is clear and dust is settled, whatever happens with our draft spot where we land and we see what's available, what teams in front of us are going to get who and what, we'll kind of do a more of an in-depth thing as it goes into February after the Super Bowl and that kind of thing. We're going to do more on our side about the draft. In the meantime, though, we definitely will be doing collaborations with others in the Cowboy Nation world, YouTubers and all that stuff like Space Cowboy, maybe Vach Lombardi who does NFL stuff. Maybe Law Nation might get on there. Maybe, Cowboys 1980. I would love to have him on here as well. Simus says Dez Bryant was good. Dez Bryant was good. Exactly. He was good. That's a very good point. I do want to say a couple things, and that's why I came back. I didn't get to say it on the stream with Space Cowboy, but I want to know what you guys think when it comes to a couple comments I saw after the game. It's just kind of, I guess, bothersome to say the least. So stick around and let me know what you think, because I don't think we can just – what Space Cowboy was saying was what we should do with him is either restructure his contract, which is only going to hurt down the line, or – trade him, which is going to be tough to do for anything decent, but it's either that or cut him after June 1st. We get $12 million back. If we cut him now or at the end of the season, we get only $8 million back, I think, or I don't know. So we get $8 million, but if we cut him after June 1st, it's which stops us from doing a free agent signing. And you see, that's the catch. When they do it when they do it on the June 1st date, that is on purpose because you're holding them so long. That means you're not able to sign anybody with that cap space you're going to open up. All the big free agents will be gone by June 1st. So that's the concept behind that kind of chess game that the Cowboys have to play. Before I go off of my little rant here about some things that were said after the game, which really kind of pisses me off. What I'm hearing from Jerry Jones, what I'm hearing, not from Zeke, but it just pisses me off what Zeke is trying to say, but he just can't say it because he works for Jerry Jones and he works for basically Jason Garrett and Scott Linehan. So first and foremost, guys, I want to make sure I remind you guys, hit that like button for the stream. If you're new, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. Donation starts over. DJ Crown J right here underneath was the winner. We're going to do his advertisement for whatever he wants for the whole week. So that's awesome. So again, guys, super chat's on. Thank you guys so much for all the help you guys have done for our channel and just provided the content that you guys do. Now, let me make sure the audio sounds good here before with all the issues we've been having with the audio today and all the YouTube garbage. First, again, guys, and another thing I want to make sure I wish to you guys very Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And again, follow us on Twitter. Posted a picture of our little mini Christmas tree. I think Santa's on his way. Little Jay's out cold sleeping. So After this stream, I think Santa's going to show up, if you know what I mean. But anyways, guys, back to football news here. Simon says, trade him. Saints, Niners could use a receiver. And, I said the Saints earlier. Saints, get him. Watch them get Dez Bryant and use him to be a freaking Pro Bowler every year, because they'll use him properly. And that's where it comes to the coaching. That's where I'm passionately upset about. Because even though Dak played a bad game, even though Dez is hands of solid rock concrete, the thing is that the coaches are putting these players, mainly Dak, in difficult situations. Dak should be able to respond, but still, the thing comes down to it at the end is that why would you go to your, I don't want to say weakness, because I don't think our passing game is really a weakness. I think it becomes a weakness because we get too cute with the coaching staff's game plan and play calls. But why not? Why not just keep your running game on the field? Go to your strength. Your strength is simple. It's not Dak. Okay, it's not the passing game. It's not Dez. It's not Witten. It's not Beasley. And it's not T. Will. All right? And it's not Switzer. It's not Noah Brown. And I could keep going down the line. The key to our team is two pieces, and they're on offense. And that's the offensive line. And even with Byron Bell, without Tyron Smith, we still were able to run block. Over about 5 yards a carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that's the other part. When you have one of the best offensive lines in the league, and you have the best running back in the league. Yes, the best running back in the league. And even though he did miss 2 blocks in the passing game, which hurt us and definitely affected Dak. I think he got sacked twice because Zeke missed his pass blocking. Maybe that's rust. I don't know. That's definitely surprising. But he's still the most complete back in the NFL and the best overall running back in the NFL. And you don't use him. You run him 11 times in the first quarter, 50 yards. First quarter. That means he's averaging 200 for the whole game. You got me? That's what he wanted to get, right? 50 yards on 11 carries, and then we ran it probably 8 or 9 times the rest of the game to Zeke for 30 or so more yards. That's trash, and that's not Zeke. That's not Dak. That's not the offensive line. That's not the defense. That's not Marinelli. That's not Jerry Jones. That's 2 people. That's Scott Linehan, and that's Jason Garrett giving the green light to Jason Garrett, to Scott Linehan to do what the hell he wants with his tricky, stupid play calling, which is worthless. Worthless 90% of the time. Sorry for that rant, guys. I'm pissed. So let's see. Gonna go a couple of these questions, and I got some things to talk about here real quick, guys. Play calling is ridiculous. Exactly. Thank you, Simon. Merry Christmas. Kevin Bauer says the play calling is just ridiculous. We need more interesting and a more aggressive playbook. I agree, but I think we should run the damn ball more aggressively. What is going on with this Cowboy team, man? It really pisses me off. Dez is not going anywhere for at least 2 years, which Barry B, no matter how much it hurts us to have to hear you say that, we're realists here. We don't dilly-dally in fantasy crap. You're right. That's the problem. Probably going to stay there for 2 more years. Probably Jason Garrett will be there for 2 more years, at least. No matter what happens next year, there'll be an excuse. We already got locked and loaded excuses this season, guys, by Jerry Jones. Already said it. The Zeke drama. The injuries to Sean Lee. The injuries to our offensive line. Jason Garrett's coach of the year last year. This is what we're basing things on. And the reason Jason Garrett was coach of the damn year last year was because of 2 people. Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. That's it. That's plain and simple. To wrap it up in a nutshell, that's why they got their little freaking Coach of the Year trophy for Jason Garrett. That's the worst thing that could have happened for our Cowboys. Jason Garrett lucked into a situation where the natural ability from his star players carried the team in a conservative, basic, vanilla playbook the whole season to a 13-3 record and almost a victory against the very tough Aaron Rodgers-led Packers, which came down to the wire. So, guys, that team is still there. I still believe in that team. I just don't believe in the coaches. And if we have to make some roster cuts, we're going to have to make some big salary cut casualties. Tyron Crawford, gone. Orlando Scandrick, gone. You're going to have people like the backup tackles, like Byron Bell, gone. You're going to have Chaz Green, peace out, gone. Get a veteran with that money. Get a veteran left tackle that can play swing and cover guard and tackle if he needs to. I don't know. Something. You get rid of Morris. I guess some people still want to get rid of Heath. I'm not totally against getting rid of Heath. I don't think he's reliable enough, but he's definitely improved. So if he's cheap enough, hold on to him. So as you see, we're getting rid of these players, right? You got to re-sign Zach Martin, big contract. You got to franchise D-Law, tank. You got to. He's a restricted free agent, but we got to sign him, David Irving, or get a second-round pick for him, which is basically with a free agent tender unrestricted. That's what would happen. And then, Bryce Butler probably got to go, because if we're going to go after somebody in the draft, then we got to go that route, getting rid of Bryce Butler because he's a free agent. And Anthony Hitchens, we need to sign him. If you think, you guys, Hitchens in his 4th year, this guy's a fantastic, 4th or 5th year. He's a fantastic player. He's a Sean B. I mean, a part B to Sean Lee. All right, Sean Lee's part A. He's part B. We need Anthony Hitchens in there. I believe in him. And he's speaking of injuries, you got Sean Lee, who's Mr. Glass, and you got Anthony Hitchens, who's the Iron Man. 4 games missed in like 70 games, and he's supposed to miss the whole season initially against the Raiders in preseason when we found out that injury. Then it was an 8-game injury. He came back in 4. The man is an Iron Man. We need to keep Anthony Hitchens. He's worth every damn penny, and I think we should pay him. Now, with that in mind, guys, with those 4 main signees that we need to re-sign, D-Law, Irving, Hitchens, and that's on the defensive side, and of course Zach Martin on the offensive line. Once we get those 4 guys signed, if we don't have Dez and we have an extended, if we cut him, we cut the other guys I said, and we end up getting the extended salary cap, guys, that puts the Cowboys like $40 to $50 million of the open cap to sign those 4, and maybe use that Byron Bell and Chaz Green money to get a veteran lineman that can play for Tyron Smith when he goes down. Be smart. Don't draft a lineman for that spot. Another Chaz Green blow. It's going to hurt our development for whoever's coming after Tyron Smith, whether it's sooner or later. You got to be prepared for that. If we stick with Tyron Smith, if we don't stick with Tyron Smith, then you draft a lineman, a left tackle. But again, I think you stick with Tyron Smith. He's an Iron Man too. He tries his hardest. He's got too many injuries right now, and we'll see what happens next year. But if you're going to keep him, get a veteran lineman that plays a left tackle. Jesus, it's a simple thing, guys. Come on. And free agency has been scaring me. Well, we got to go that way when it comes to something like that. But then I think we fill in these spots, whether it's at linebacker in draft, a defensive end. We have Taco's going to take over for Crawford. I think we're okay. Taco's showing signs. And that's what I've been saying, guys. End of the year to next year, Taco is going to start producing dividends, and we're going to get stuff back from the draft. It's just a year awaiting. I thought he was a second-round pick, not a first, and it's proving true. But I do think I said 4 sacks this year at most for Taco. He's got 3. So much credit for his improved play. Much credit for Jalen Smith's improved play. Much credit for all the rookies back there playing much improved. All 3 of those guys, like Xavier Woods, Jordan Nelson. I'm sorry, Jordan Lewis, and Chidobe Awuzie. And I don't miss Skandrick at all. Get rid of his ass. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up here. Stupid play calling. We should have ran the ball almost the whole game. Wouldn't have been able to stop Zeke. Exactly, Kevin Bowers. 3 yards to the goal line. That's another big one, guys. We had 3 chances, and we missed Beasley in the end zone with Dak, but we should have ran in the first place. That's my point. Then we get a holding call, sends us backwards. Then he gets sacked, Dak Prescott. And then we eventually have to end up kicking after we go short to Witten. We settle for a field goal attempt, which is missed by Dan Bailey, which unfortunately he had a very bad day today with that bank off the field goal, off the goal post. He hit the 51-yarder after that as well. But then he made the 2 harder ones. He missed the 2 easier ones. We needed those points. It would have given us a shot. And it's just a shame that we didn't score a touchdown when we needed to. Because I truly think it would have definitely affected him in a different way. I think if we would have got a touchdown, we were on the 3-yard line, 1st and goal, and did not run to Zeke for some stupid-ass reason. When we went that route and we went backwards, and then he still shouldn't miss it, but I think that it would have been a different mindset for him. He wouldn't have missed the second one. I think we would have scored a touchdown with Zeke, made it a 2-point game, and still get the ball back for a field goal attempt. Now, of course, if Bailey misses that field goal to win the game, I would have had a heart attack live on stream. Probably worse than what would have happened in this game. It ended a little sooner than with his 2 misses. But I don't know if he would have. I think he would have been a different mindset if he was kicking it for the win with the confidence and momentum on the Cowboys side with 3.5 minutes. I think it's a different game. But we can't go back in time, guys. It is what it is. Barry B says, you got it. At least Lenahan will be gone. I agree. Lenahan should be gone 100% first and foremost. Along with Jason Garrett, I think is next. Marinelli would be 3rd in my book. But those 2 guys got to go. Garrett got to go. You're a bad coach. A bad head coach. You want to be an executive front office guy? Go for it. You're a bad head coach. And Lenahan's a horrible offensive coordinator with our team. With the team the way it's built, he's a passing coordinator. Get him the hell out of Dallas. All right, man. So let's see. Simon says vanilla Madden playbook. Exactly. Kingstar Vids, what's up? I swear the bad calls we made this game should have had another TD. And I agree. We should have ran a lot more. And there was a ton on the Seahawks touchdown drive after Des Bryant dropped the egg. He laid an egg by fumbling the ball. It looked like he laid it. It just fell right out like from his butt. Anyways, Des Bryant really started that role. But I'm just saying, guys, that there was about 3 or 4 holding calls on Mayowa. A couple times on Malik Collins, on DeMarcus Lawrence. They were all being held, guys, and there's not one damn call on the Seahawks. It's disgraceful. And that has nothing to do with the coaches. That has nothing to do with the players of the Cowboys. That has something else to do. I don't know. There's no conspiracy here. But that's a problem that has been on the whole year against the Cowboys specifically when it comes to holding calls on the opponent, when it comes to our defense getting some breaks. And not a break. We got a break on those 2 pass interference calls. I don't think it was pass. I think it was anything. It was on Beasley. If anything, it shouldn't have been called on the other one. But they called them, and we got breaks. These refs screwed up the game, both sides of the ball. But they really screwed up a couple of drives. Did not call these holding plays. We got called for holding plays for similar or lesser things. It took us out of field goal range. Took us out of goal line range, as we discussed already, while for them, it contributed and helped them, these holds, on almost every play on that drive in the end of the first half when they scored to take the lead 7-6. That drive, watch that drive again and count how many damn holding penalties there were, guys. And they didn't call one of them. It's embarrassing for the refs and for everyone involved on that whole situation for the NFL. As bad calls made, this game should have had I agree. Barry B says possible Higgins gone. He is possible, guy. He's an unrestricted free agent. So we're going to have to match what he's going to be demanded in the open market, or he's going to probably be gone. But I say we match it. So Simon says, not a vet. Go get Orlando Brown. So you want to replace Tyron Smith, Simon? That wouldn't be the worst deal there, but then we got to get rid of We got to get rid of Tyron Smith if you want to go young, or getting a draft pick or a young left tackle. That's my opinion. Kingstar Vid says, they only listen to the fans, we know better. For them, I don't say we know better. So we don't know what's in the ins and outs of going on in the locker room that the coach is probably more in tune with and in touch with. But we know, I don't know. I don't want to say we know more, but we know a lot. We know a lot. We see a lot. And sometimes when you're in that Dallas Cowboy, facility, it's like being in a bad relationship. You can't tell until you're out of it how bad that crap was. And I don't think that Jerry Jones cares really. He just wants his puppet. But I don't think the Cowboy players, they're the ones in the bad relationship. Right? They don't realize why they are losing is because of these coaching mistakes. Front office stuff you can't help. He had no control. We cannot fire our owner. But the coach it's obvious to Stevie Wonder, it's obvious what's going on here on the field, guys. And the only person who doesn't see it, honestly, are the people inside of the star, inside of the Cowboys team, the players. They might see it. They just can't say anything about it. The coach is not going to say anything about it because they're the ones at fault. And Jerry Jones, he's the one that's going to keep everybody blinded and brainwashed. But not us. Sorry, not here in my Cowboys family. Kevin Bauer says, what happens if Seattle loses their last game? We're out. It's official, guys. We are out. Even if they lose the last game and everything, and we beat the Eagles, and we still have to battle back now with Carolina has to lose. So the Falcons and Carolina cannot lose. We have to have New Orleans. I mean, not New Orleans. We have to have Carolina lose. I'm pretty sure we have to have Carolina lose a game. Either way, we're officially ruled out of the playoffs. Simon says, as much as it would hurt and make Cowboys fans time to start thinking about life after Sean Lee, Tyron Smith, Orlando Scandrick. Forget Scandrick. He's gone as far as I'm concerned. I forgot about him. I like the names you're saying, Malik Jefferson, Orlando Brown. It would be nice to try to get them, maybe get Roquan Smith in the draft, to work into that spot when Sean Lee's gone. Tyron Smith, replace him with Brown. Scandrick, I mean, we could get somebody who's maybe a better a veteran cornerback or safety. We could help them out. But I like what we got back there right now. I like Byron Jones kind of leading the way. I think he's pretty good overall. He makes mistakes, but he's the glue that held together these rookies for the first half of the season, along with, with the interchanging switches of Hitchens and Sean Lee. Taco did do good today, Simon. I mean, he did very good. He had pressure. He almost got 2 or 3 sacks. He got 1. I really like what Taco did today. And again, every game he's been improving. Like Jalen Smith, guys, our young guys are going to be the leaders of the future for our team. And I love the law cornerbacks. I love, Jalen Smith. I like what Taco Chartland is getting towards doing. Anthony Brown maybe can rebound next year at corner as our 4th corner. Xavier Woods, Chidobe can mix and match at safety, mixing it in with Frazier and Heath and Byron Jones, sometimes playing down a tight end. I don't know why they didn't put Jones on Graham when he was out there in the corner. The Cowboys got to adapt better and adjust better than that. So anyways, let me run through these real quick, guys. I still haven't said what I wanted to say, damn it. And make sure you don't forget, hit that like button, guys, for the stream. Hit subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell so you hear us when we come on live and do these live streams, which is pretty much every day basically, and a couple videos here and there, just special little things that we're planning on doing as we continue with the channel. Donations, you guys know, Super Chat, Patreon, the whole thing, and much love to everybody out there, but a special love to DJ Crown J down there. You say he's the winner of the donation week. It's really helping our channel, guys. We're getting some special stuff getting put out, and if you donate over $10, guess what? You're going to get it. It's a specialized, custom thing for my Cowboys family, but we're going to hold off on what it is until we get it in the mail. Might take another couple of weeks, but when it comes in, we're going to show you it's better than a shirt. It's better than a hat. It's better. It's something you can always wear, and you represent the Cowboys and my Cowboys family. So, hey, but thank you all to have helped in the donation time, and thank you guys so much. So, yes, Scott Linehan is horrific, Simon. It's horrific. Got to get him out of there. Marinelli or him, off with Linehan's head, as far as I'm concerned. Dez gave up. No excuses. I agree. He's been giving up all season, too, Dez. Jugman, Little Chris, what's up, man? Jason Garrett got to go 100%. 100% is right. 100. Kingstar Viz reminds me of the Seahawks and Patriots Super Bowl when they should have ran exactly. Those are the kind of things you can't take back anymore. Seattle's never really recovered since that horrible decision on the coaching side of things. But we really haven't recovered from Jason Garrett's coaching style for the Romo years that have been squandered and wasted, and now for the beginning of the Dak and Zeke years. Space Cowboy 17. So those asking, I went off to bed. Yes, man. Yes. Thank you so much, Space Cowboy. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you, man. And guys, sub up to Space Cowboy, who's right there on the other side of my finger this way. Jesus, I can't get this right, man. Look, this way. Right there, Space Cowboy. Click on him, get to his site, subscribe, sub up, hit like on his streams. He's got some great stuff. He does daily stuff every day on Cowboy stuff. So does Simus, does videos, very logical, sensible videos about our Cowboys and the fans and the fandom. So much love there, too, for Simus, who's been around for a while doing these things. Much love. And much love to everybody else who I had on our channel last week, who, at the bottom here, who have helped this channel really grow by leaps and bounds. So thank you all, bro. Thank you all. Chris Plumage says, I see Garoppolo having a tough time when the league gets video on him. That's a good point. Good point. We don't know yet about him. He's undefeated. He's doing great with the 49ers, but these things always happen. It takes time. So we'll see what happens. A good point, Chris. But he seems to be forcing it to Dez a lot. He forces it to Noah Brown. It should not have been. I don't think it should have been a penalty on that play. I don't think the penalty should have been also on the play where Beasley got the penalty, the PI against the defender. Same thing when Noah Brown got the PI. It looked like Noah Brown was falling. It looked like Beasley grabbed his helmet. So the referees blew the calls there too, but they really blew the bigger ones, in my opinion, which were the holding call on that drive before the half. There was about 4 or 5 of them that were missed. I don't know what happened, but it's just upsetting. I don't even want to watch that again. They replayed the game on NFL Network at like 8 o'clock tonight as the game of the week. I hit power off immediately. Let's see here. Scott Hitchcock, what's up, man, from Houston? Peace. I hope everything's all right after Hurricane Harvey. We here at My Cowboys Family did do a donation. We spoke with Travis Frederick, center for the Dallas Cowboys, Pro Bowl center, 4 times straight Pro Bowl center for the Cowboys. Little Jay, my daughter, spoke to him, and we donated some money to the Houston Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund. We hope that you guys are doing there, a lot better than you were, 5 months ago with the hurricane, man. So much love to you there, Hitchcock. And again, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe. We Cowboy videos every day, mainly live streams every day. And this is a Christmas night special, I guess you'd say, an early special. Because we're going to be doing a lot of Christmas stuff in the daytime, in the morning. So we'll really touch base with you guys till the evening tomorrow. There's so much anger right now in Cowboy Nation, so much disappointment and disgust, mainly with the coaching staff, and a lot to do when it comes to the players. With Dez Bryant, I'd say number one, and then some of Dak. Dak got to take his hits too. Zeke has nothing to blame in this game. Neither is the offensive line when it comes to blocking. We just didn't go to our strength again for about out of 15 games, probably the 13th time this year we have gone away from our strength, which is running the ball. So, yeah, Chris Plumage says, couldn't use Switzer Beasley combo year. They haven't. They're literally trying to work him in for next year's Switzer Beasley combination. We'll see. Beasley's not a factor. They doubled him for half the year. They haven't doubled him as much recently. Still, Dak is missing him. And I don't know if it's because he's so short or Dak hasn't had the best pass protection as well. When they lose one of their offensive starters, we get problems. Not in the running game as much, but in the passing game. Byron Bell blew a lot of blocks. Zeke actually missed a couple of blocks as a running back, and that's usually his strength. He's probably the best in the league in that, but today he was not. So Skins had 50-50 pass rush stats balance, exactly. I'm sorry, the Saints. I'm saying the Saints. Drew Brees, yes. No dink and dunk trash. Scott says, I'm from Houston. I think they should move. Juggerman, Little Chris says they moved Dez to slot and Bryce Butler outside. I agree. But Bryce Butler probably will not be coming back because he's a free agent. And Dez might be cut or traded or something. But Dez is not being used in the slot by the coaches. It's not Dez's choice. It's the coaches. Coaches suck. We got to get him out of there, guys. Scott Linehan's got to go. Jason Garrett is a poor team leader, in my opinion. And Marinelli is an outdated coach, even though I think he is the best out of the three, to be honest with you. With the issues and injury we had on defense the whole year and rookies, and he did a great job mixing the match. And that's why I almost want to say don't let him go, but it really depends who we pick up instead. Dez needs to improve on a lot of things, like catching the ball first and foremost. But aside from that, he needs to be more aware when he's holding that ball. He bobbles it too much. He plays around with it too much. Whether you want to go to the catch game in the playoffs against Green Bay, whether you want to go to last year, and he bobbled the touchdown against the Steelers in that thrilling game, or he bobbled a couple weeks later, bobbled a touchdown against the Vikings, which was a very important touchdown that barely got us by on Thursday night against the Vikings in Minnesota against a tough defense. All these things, Dez has been showing the signs of breaking down. He got hurt last year, of course, as well. So the bobbling, the injuries, the inconsistency, the attitude, every year you think he's more mature, then he reverts back. I had enough of it, you know. And the nail in the coffin to me, I can deal with all those things, but I cannot deal with a wide receiver who's getting paid what he's getting paid. And any wide receiver in the NFL that's playing for an NFL team should be making those catches that hit him right in the damn hands. I don't care if he has to go like this rather than like this. It's not going to be perfect for you every time there, Dez. You got to make this catch. This lost us the game today because Dez Bryant can't make the catch. And even though Dak had a part to play in this, the reason was Dez Bryant on the field, and the other reason was because of the coaching staff off the damn field. I don't want to curse. I'm trying to keep it as PG-13 as G as possible. But I'm all G'd out, guys. I'm time for R ratings right now. Yeah, good. Congrats, Hitchcock, on the Astros being world champs. I know we did some fun stuff on that as well, and we're gonna do more fun sports stuff on other sports, whether it's mainly basketball or, of course, it's football all year, guys. Don't forget. But we got college basketball as well. We got NBA basketball. We got hockey. Even that in the championships, we're gonna do some of that. I'm not a big hockey fan, but I'm watching it. We doing the Olympics, guys. Representing the Olympics. That should be fun. We got a lot of stuff coming up right here on this channel, so make sure you hit subscribe, notification bell, hit like for the stream. It helps the channel, and you can always donate. It always helps. Dallas Cowboys forever champions. I still think, even though with all these changes, Gary's still the coach, going to be the division team. We're never going to be that. I don't think. We're never going to be a Super Bowl team. Division title at best with Garrett, because of the ability we have in the team. See, and you see here, another person said these 70-year-old coach, offensive defensive coordinators are past their prime this time. Exactly. Kevin Bauer says, tell us the news, my brother. Yes. Leonard Young, I don't really think our coach realized Switzer has the best hands on the team besides Beasley. Stretch the field. You got a good point there, Mr. Young. Lennar Young, I wish you could call the coaching staff right the hell now and tell them this. I wish I could be watching these comments by you guys and myself and all of us, Space Cowboy and on and on. We know our stuff out here. We have an idea. We don't know everything, but we have ideas here that, shouldn't be dismissed, although we're not getting paid for it. So anyways, Chris Plumage, do you think our stadium will ever be a home field advantage? Not the way it's built. It's built for a mall atmosphere, so you're not even paying attention to the damn game. And I've never been there. That's just the feel I'm getting by watching it for the last 10 years on TV. But it's a shame that it's an event, not an event to see the stadium, but not your damn team play. That's what it's about. They need to make a small stadium, put the fans right on top of the field, and then you get loud. Wayne S., what's up? Unfortunately, I feel like Jerry Jones wants to do whatever he wants, not looking at this objectively. We have a winning record, but we most likely won't win a Super Bowl with Garrett. Not most likely. We will never win a Super Bowl with Garrett. Jugman, Little Chris says, we'll never see a Super Bowl with Garrett. There you go. Thank you. Read my mind. Lennar Young says, I will say this once and for all. Your team looks and reacts just like your head coach acts. Correct. You get a soft coach, you got a soft team. You're 100%, and I don't know what team you're for, Lennar Young, but you're correct 100%. We need a Gruden. We need a Harbaugh. Someone who's tough, hard-nosed, knows how to deal with the players, but also got to get tough with them. That's the kind of tutelage Dak Prescott needs. And I think that's the kind of, you guys see how the team is built. You got a great offensive line. You run the damn ball. You don't throw it more than you run it, especially when you're not down by a lot. We were winning most of the first half. We were pretty much winning the whole first half. In the second half, we had a chance to the pick by Dak, the overthrow. But that should have been a pass. It should have been a run. We keep throwing a damn ball, and that's what gets us in trouble. And again, yes, Dak should not make that. It's on him. But the coaches should not put that in a situation for him to make. We should have ran the ball, not because Dak is weak, because we're so strong in the run with Zeke and our offensive line. Even with Byron Bell, he did well today in the running game. Let me get to this, man. Let me run through this. Okay, and Chris Plumage says, I'm ranting. Don't know why the boys give me hope. I know. We all feel it on this channel, too, guys. Let me go through the news real quick. Don't forget to hit that like button. Quick couple of things. Ezekiel Elliott, I'm not getting the ball near the goal line in the fourth quarter, on that first and goal, on the 3. Here's what Ezekiel Elliott said, guys. Listen and listen close. My quote, my job is to play football. My job is not to coach. It's not to call plays. I do what the coaches tell me. Coach Linehan has been doing this for a long time. He knows what he's doing. Sorry, Zeke. You must be a comedian or something. He knows what he's doing. I trust his judgment. Are you sure about that there, Zeke? I think Zeke is saying the right things, but I think he feels a completely different thing. That's my opinion. Sean Lee said, after the loss to Seattle, 21-12, Sean Lee said that the Cowboys earned their record and do not deserve to go to the playoffs. He said they'll have to live with this as they go on next year. And again, you've seen the frustration from the Cowboys. Witten was very emotional after the game. Witten said that even though he got emotional, he was talking about his career and how he loves the Cowboys and he still thinks that we got something going here. You can see it's killing him inside, Jason Witten. It's killing him that he's had all these years and all these chances, and we keep blowing it. For whatever the reason he may think it is, Jason Garrett is a big part of that. So it's unfortunate that even Witten is coming to his wits' end on the Cowboys and their continuous disappointments. Dak Prescott, after the game, said, the future is bright. And I do agree with that when it comes to our young team. Our future is bright. We're not giving up on this team. We are not giving up on ourselves. We are not giving up on anything. This year was tough. It didn't go our way. We know we are not making the postseason, but hopefully it will motivate us. I mean, you can't get motivated anymore for this season, so hopefully for next season, but we'll see. Because right now I don't feel motivation from them. So, one last thing here from Jerry Jones. One last quote, guys, which really pisses me the hell off. Jerry Jones was asked about how much faith he has in the team's leadership, mainly with the coaching staff. And he said that, he said this. Just so we're clear about this, this is a quote from Jerry Jones. Just so we're clear about this is about what he feels about the coaching staff, basically, and the head coach. Just so we're clear about this, I do understand the frustration right after you lose a game that has as much meaningfulness as this ball game did. But I get to look at a lot of different things. Of course you do. But I get to look at a lot of different things, and I have been around a lot of good head coaches and coordinators. So I feel good about our head coach. let me rewind for a second. He said that he gets to look at a lot of different things. Jerry Jones said, I get to look at a lot of different things. I have been around. I've been around a lot of good head coaches and coordinators, so I feel good about our head coach. Sorry guys, I'm having a coronary over here. Yes, he feels good about our head coach, Jason Garrett. Jerry Jones, honestly, it's not a surprise, just upsetting and angering to me. I'm pissed that he has to even say those words, disgracing every Cowboy fan that buys every shred of jersey or hat or anything, any product of the Dallas Cowboys. He's just spitting our faces by saying that. Honestly, it's disrespectful to say that to Cowboy fans. We see what's going on. We're not dumb. Packing up for the last time at AT&T Stadium in 2017, guys. Obviously, this was the last game no matter what. Even if we made the playoffs, it was still our last home game at AT&T Stadium. Just to go along with what some of you guys saying about home field advantage and getting loud, we Cowboys went 3-5 this year at home. 3-5. We won. What was it? 8 games. We were 5-2 on the road, guys. 5-2 on the road, 3-5 at home. Anything left to say about that? I'm kind of just done with this whole thing when it comes to the Cowboys and their BS. I didn't curse. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, guys. We do try to post some stuff on here. We have our tree up, whatever, some other fun stuff, family oriented. We hope you guys stick around for not just the Cowboy news, not just the football news. We're gonna do playoff games in the off season. Our off season. We're gonna do the playoff games. We're gonna do more chats. We're gonna try to do daily stuff, even if it's not all football or all Cowboys. I hope you guys want to stick around for that. It should be fun. So hopefully stay along for the ride in my Cowboys family. Jugman says we need to draft for receivers ASAP. We got to draft a lot of things. So it really depends what we're going to get rid of in the offseason. McCaffrey, who is that saying that? Let me see if I can see it on here. Give me a second, guys. Let me just see if I can get the chat on here. I think I should here. All right, there we go. So I'm going to go through some last questions, guys, as I wind this down. I've been on here. It's late, man. Santa Claus he's having, cookies right now, and drinking milk, waiting for me to get off the stream. But yeah, I mean, Wayne S says, unfortunately, feel like Jerry Jones will do whatever he wants. We said that already. We talked about that. Oh, I'm way back. Okay, here we go. So we have possession receivers at best. We have a slow but good tight end and no receiver that has consistent hands to make the team respect them on the field. How is the New Orleans number one? Don't demand double teams. You're right. I'm just saying. You're right, Lenar Young. Thank you. You are 100% right. Dallas Cowboys forever champions says Cowboys need to go back and play at the Cotton Bowl. It's loud there. Something needs to change. Lenar Young says, have everyone notice once that Tyron's off the field, Dak looks real bad. That's the blind side. Remember that. Maybe because the replacement is not to be on anyone's NFL team, especially ours. Again, guys, Byron Bell, he did all right in the running game, but not in the passing game. We need a veteran. If we're going to keep Tyron Smith, we need a veteran left tackle to take the money we put together with Byron Bell and Chaz Green, cut their asses, and use that money, whatever you got left over, to sign a decent vet. If you don't go for someone like Orlando Brown or a big name left tackle that can really help us and cut Tyron Smith, that's another option. We're not dumb. Yeah, Dan Barrett. I do stay by that. I think we have some really good Cowboy YouTubers and Cowboy discussion people in here that really bring up a lot of great points. Look, once in a while you get someone saying something silly, but for the most part, the YouTubers in Cowboy Nation, the people on here in my Cowboys family talking about stuff, even Madden for Life. Yes, we know we did bad. All these people here, we know our football. We're not dumb when it comes to football. We might be dumb in other things, but we're not dumb when it comes to football. And what we see on the field, we might not know every single little thing and twist and turn, but we see a lot of stuff that's going wrong out in that field, and it's just, I feel as a Cowboy fan disrespected by Jason Garrett. I feel disrespected by Jerry Jones. But I still love my Cowboys forever. Forever, guys, no matter what. So I'm sticking it out like a true fan does, and like every single one of you Cowboy fans better do. Jugman Little Chris says Jerry Jones should be ashamed after all the heartbreaking games because of Jason Garrett. Correct, Jugman. I hope you're subscribed on here. You got some good comments. Lenar Young, I hope you're subscribed here. Even though you're not a Cowboy fan, good comments as well. Offensive coordinator, defense coordinator is what we need. Maybe it is your team then, the Cowboys. New England coach just mean as hell, but the defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator does all the work from exactly. It's about the coordinators. That's why I don't really mind Garrett so much if he lets a good coordinator take over on defense, a good coordinator take over on offense, especially on offense, and let Jason Garrett just clap and chew gum and be a puppet for the old man owner, Jerry Jones. Rico Gathers will come back next year, guys, and all these guys are getting better and better as far as our young guys are concerned. Jonathan German says, so the main priority is Zach Martin. Yes, Zach Martin, DeMarcus Lawrence, David Irving, and Anthony Hitchens. Cannot forget about him. He's the toughest one to sign because he's unrestricted. There's nothing going to be able to hold him back. Those four we have to sign. We can cut Tyrone Crawford, Orlando Scandrick, Alfred Morris. Might have to cut Bryce Butler. And there's a couple other guys. Morris, running back Morris got to go because we got Rod Smith. This is going to open up a lot of cap space. If we get rid of Dez, a lot of cap space. Just keep that in mind. Lenar Young says, I see the future being bright. Just got to get rid of the rest of the underachievers on the team. I agree. These young guys are hungry and ready to go. But we need a hungry coach, a very hungry coach. We need somebody who's going to feed Zeke, stop him getting hungry. Who owned the team for Jerry Jones? Wayne S. Tex Schramm was the owner of the Cowboys. I'm pretty sure. Not Bum Phillips, but Tex Schramm was the owner. And Tom Landry was the coach, and then Jerry Jones took over, fired Landry very badly, and then instilled his buddy Jimmy Johnson, who I guess he thought would listen to whatever Jerry Jones said. And after 5 years of great success and 2 Super Bowls, ego got in the way for Jerry Jones. He wanted to take credit for what Jimmy Johnson did, and I don't blame Jimmy Johnson for getting pissed off with Jerry Jones because we're getting pissed off with Jerry Jones, and we're not working with him. So, Steven Rodriguez, what happened to Dak this year? A lot of things, a lot of things did happen that hurt, but I think he's going through growing pains. I do think that he's still somebody we need to keep relying on when it comes to the future. And I think we need to go to what our strengths are. We're not weak in the passing game, but we become weak when we go to it as our strength. Our strength is in the running game. As long as we run the ball well, we can have Trent Dilfer back there, and we could probably do pretty well. We're, of course, much better with Dak. Yeah, I know Liddell Birkins. Not a good present for us. Sack Master D-Law, definitely, I think he has 14.5 sacks leading the league still. Sean Lee is a monster out there. Did a lot of great tackling today. Wayne S. says, Jimmy Johnson, the reason for America's team title. No. That was in the 70s by actually some guy who was an announcer who called them the America's team because of Roger Staubach and that whole persona the Cowboys had back in the 70s. That's where it started from. Lanier Young says, yes, sign them. They are hungry players. Scandrick is trash to retire. Exactly. Thank you. Period. Bruh. Jonathan German says, D-Law, Zach Martin going to be difficult to keep. Well, we're gonna franchise tag one of them. Jonathan German. Cowboys might have to, yeah. I mean, it depends. I think we got to keep Zach Martin. I think he's more important. We got to sign Zach Martin straight up, I think. Franchise tag D. Will. Irving is a restricted free agent. We can match offers or get a tender, a draft pick if someone happens to steal him from us. So we'll see what happens. Lanier Young said, Tex had this team consistent every year. We didn't have a losing season. Exactly, Lanier. Hampton, Brandon Live. I was so excited when Atlanta lost, only to watch our outcome. And not only Atlanta lose, but also Detroit lost. And Tampa Bay was 30 seconds away, 35 seconds away to beating Carolina by 3 points or 4 points, I guess. So we're basically 3 points away from having hope, from having us be able to control our own destiny. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I'm glad it didn't happen that way right now, the way things turned out, because I wouldn't be having a computer right now, I think. I would have slammed it against the damn wall, because after getting everything handed to us perfectly, we almost had it perfectly, but so close to perfect that we almost controlled our own destiny, and we just threw it all away. Even if we didn't have that, if we would have won this game and next week's game, we would have had a 50-50 chance to get in the playoffs, depending on the Atlanta-Carolina game. Now it's all for naught. Now it's between Seattle and Atlanta, guys, depending on the same situation. But it's now those teams. You know what? I just care if the Eagles get knocked the hell out of the playoffs. That's what I'm rooting for right now. And I'm also rooting for the Patriots and the Steelers to both get knocked out of the playoffs. I don't want to see either of those three teams, none of those three teams make the Super Bowl, nonetheless win the Super Bowl. They make it as long as they lose. So that's where my loyalties are sitting as far as the postseason is concerned. D-Law signs Zach. Yeah, we need to sign all these guys. Xavier Woods, X Factor today, did good. Again, him, the Law. L for Lewis, A for Woozier, W for Wood. Those guys are playing great, those three rookies, guys. I can't say as much about them as I already have. Jeff Heath did all right today, I will say. Getting better. Not great, but getting better. Jonathan German, damn, I forgot about Irving. It's going to be a heartbreaking and difficult offseason. But again, if you cut Dez and you got the other $5 to $10 million on the salary cap, plus the other guys we talk about cutting, we'll be fine signing these guys and maybe getting a vet left tackle, maybe getting a good receiver to replace Dez, whether in the draft or in free agency. We'll see if we sign Earl Thomas. I don't think he knows I don't think Earl Thomas knows the pitfall he's going to be seeing when it comes to Jason Garrett and the Cowboys. Lanier Young says, I don't know about y'all. I really cried today. I'm tired of seeing the same thing. My daughter, in the stream, she told me, and I didn't know this, but afterwards, little Jay told me that she had her eyes welled up after she knew the game was over. So that's an unfortunate thing for my daughter to go through on Christmas Eve. She feels the pain, but that's what makes you a true Cowboy fan in the end, guys. The pain. We don't want NFC East titles. We don't give a damn about that. We don't give a damn about just making the playoffs. There's one thing that's important for Cowboy fans, and that's the way it's always been for most Cowboy fans, and that's Super Bowls. We want Super Bowls. And we have a team that has the ability, but not a coaching staff that has the ability. So, yeah, guys, I would have no problem with that too, Wayne S. I would have no problem seeing New Orleans or Vikings winning the Super Bowl. Or the Jacksonville Jaguars, although they looked bad today against San Francisco. We have the formula for sure. We got the defensive linebackers for sure. We got the front lines coming together. We got an offensive line coming together. Defensive line, offensive line. Rico coming in, maybe helping out Witten with the replacement. See what we get in the draft this year to help Sean Lee with a replacement eventually. And again, veteran tackle if we don't get someone, either a good free agent or sign a rookie, which, again, that means we have to cut Tyron Smith, and a receiver to replace Dez on offense. Those are the main things I think we need. We'll see what happens. Guys, let me wrap this up here. 12 straight 12-win season for the Patriots, exactly. And we had like 5 out of 8 seasons of 8-8 records with Jason, the freaking redheaded demon puppet Garrett. That's right. Dallas winning the Super Bowl is the only thing that makes us happy. German says, I couldn't care about New England or Pittsburgh winning the Super Bowl. Only thing I root against the NFC East. Well, I don't like New England because I don't want them to get the 6th Super Bowl and pass us completely. I don't want Pittsburgh to get 7 Super Bowls. Now we're 2 back on them. That's why I don't want to win. And I don't want the Eagles winning any Super Bowls because we always want that big goose egg for them. It's time to move forward with Sean Lee, considering he's hurt half the time. Like I said, we got young linebackers coming up. Maybe we get Roquan Smith. We'll see. Steven Rodriguez says, what's the difference between our season last year and this year? We won 13 games. Well, we don't have Ronald Leary, but we had Cooper who filled in nicely, but we had problems with filling in for Tyron Smith. That was one of the main problems. But it was also the coaching. Coaching kind of went away from what we did last year and started going to a pass-dominating offense when our team is built on a run-dominant offense. And that's where I think our main problem went down the drain. It hurts a lot, Leonard Young. It hurts so bad. Our season is over, and it's hard to say it. But stay with us, guys, because we'll help you get through this. You help me get through this, us get through this, and just we'll move on, guys. We'll be celebrating when the Eagles get knocked out. There'll be some happiness there. We'll see what happens. Merry Christmas, Triplets Cowboys 90. What's up, man? Yes, we're true diehard. We don't ever stop, man. This is hurting us, but we're here for you guys to vent, and you guys are here for me to vent. So thank you. Leary was out of control. He was unrestricted. That's true. That's true. You're right, man. And again, Chris Plumage says, I hate when my 7-year-old son says he's done with the Cowboys after a season at the past 20 seasons. I almost want him to find a different team. I know. It is painful for our children to see this happening. I've gone through some 1-15 season. I've been through a 3-13 season, and it does build up character. I will say that at the very least. So my daughter is getting that. You gotta learn to lose sometimes. I just we've seen 20 years of losing with these Cowboys, and I say losing because we don't win damn Super Bowls, and that's what we care about. We don't care about 15 NFC East championships. We don't care about that like the Eagle fans do. We don't celebrate, make shirts, and wear them, and care about that. We wear Super Bowl shirts. We wear Super Bowl hats. And I had my NFC East championship hat because my fiance got it as a present. We had matching hats, guys. So yes, how corny that may seem, I did wear it. But you realize I have not worn that since the Eagles won the division. I refuse to wear it because we're not NFC East champs anymore. The Eagles are. But I don't care about NFC East champs. I care about Super Bowl champs. And the Eagles have none. Eagles truth. Laugh all you want. We have a shot to win it this year. You guys do have a shot, but with Wentz going down, I think it's going to hurt. I agree with you, Eagles truth. You're right. You actually are right. You guys do have the best chance to have a quarterback going down to win the Super Bowl this year. If you had Wentz, I'd say you guys would be a real threat. But I think you got Minnesota Vikings. I think you got the Saints. You can't forget about those guys. No, I'm not dissing the Eagles truth. I'm trying to say I don't like the Eagles. I dislike the Eagles. I'm being non-biased. I think they have a good team. I think Carson Wentz is a great quarterback. I just don't. I truly think they're not going to win the Super Bowl this year. I truly do think they have a chance to win the Super Bowl this year, even with Nick Foles. But I don't think they will. That's my opinion. If that's hating, so be it. I'm just being truthful. As far as the laughing part, yes, I am going to celebrate when the Eagles get knocked out of the playoffs or lose the Super Bowl if they get there. If they win the Super Bowl, I will eat crow, as they say. But I will give you props if you guys are the number one team, not at the midway point. Not the paper champions, not the midseason champs, but the Super Bowl champions. Not the NFC East champs. When you're the Super Bowl champs. And let's see if that ever happens for you guys, because it hasn't happened yet. We got 5 rings. Eagles got nothing. Yes, I know. There's definitely still dumpster juice. Guys, much love in here. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys that's jumped in here and really chatted in here. It's 3:30 in the morning here in the East Coast. I got to get some sleep because Santa Claus is knocking on my door. And I got to let him in so he can put the gifts down for little Jay. But it was a fun chat, guys, even if it was a bad Christmas Eve day, game, disappointment. It's just horrible. And I feel the pain, guys. I know you guys feel it too. So listen, make sure you guys hit like. For the last final time, hit that like button for the stream. We're closing it down now. We've been over an hour. Actually, 2 hours tonight we've been going. We had a discussion with Space Cowboy 17, so go check out his site and subscribe to him as well. Subscribe here. Hit the notification bell. We go live every day. Cowboy news, football news, all kinds of news. We're going to do playoff games as well. Even Eagle fans like Eagle Truth, you can join us because we'll be talking about the Eagle game. When in the playoffs, we'll be watching probably 1 or 2 games and broadcasting it through my Cowboys family with our reactions, comments, and emotions, because we still love football. And there's still something to play for. Playing for the Eagles to lose in the playoffs. Just being real, Eagles truth. You're being Eagles truth. I'm being Cowboys truth. We hate the Eagles. And I'm not hating on you. I'm just telling you my opinion on it. I don't like the Eagles. I don't like the Giants or the Redskins. So we hope they lose. All right, guys. Cowboy fans only care about Super Bowls. We don't care about much else when it comes to succeeding in the NFL. Again, guys, thank you again. Hit that like button for the stream. It does definitely help our channel out tremendously. With the more people that like, the more viewers that come, the more subscribers subscribe. Also, if you're new, hit subscribe. Even if you're not a Cowboy fan, we have fans from every single team on this channel. So we appreciate every single one of you. Of course, we're Cowboy-centric. So you want to hear the Cowboy news, we're breaking stuff, going live, discussions with our fans, discussions in the offseason about sports, football, all the teams, and other sports. So join us, guys. We're going to be coaching our flag football team for our kids. A lot of that stuff's going to be out here in the offseason. We're going to talk about the draft in the offseason. And, of course, during the postseason, we'll be doing it, again, like I said, a couple of the playoff games every week, live streaming. And we're going to do the Super Bowl, of course. Whoever's in it, we'll be doing our Super Bowl special, as always. Don't forget, also, we'll be at the Pro Bowl this year, guys. So if you're out there, too, make sure you stop and say hi if you see us. We're going to be trying to get a good seat and to be able to talk to some of these players, Cowboy players, offensive linemen, and maybe throw them a couple of our souvenirs if they want to take it. Help support our channel, you know what I mean? So, guys, thanks again. Weekly Super Chat starts up officially today, but we'll do it tonight. A Super Chat with Fiance. If anything breaks, we'll break it to you guys, whether it's injury or Jason Garrett gets fired. You know I'm bringing that to you with bells and whistles. So keep tuned in, guys. 365, guys. It's a 365 a day thing on Cowboys Nation, Cowboys football, and my Cowboys family, guys. Much love out there, guys. Thank you all. Awesome, man. Thank you. Thank you, LT Metters. Thank you for, I know you're an Eagle fan, but you are a level-headed Eagle fan. Lanier Young, thank you. Ladrell Burkin, Z. Will, Jonathan German, and all the rest of you guys. I already shouted you guys out. Thank you. Hit that like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Donate if you ever want to on Super Chat or through Patreon. And, guys, the season's over for the Cowboys. We got one more game. We can relax. You know, we'll be chilling. We'll be streaming. We'll be watching. But stay true to the blue and silver, guys. Stay true to it, because you can't change your team. You can't change the owner. You can just root hard and, you know, not buy their merchandise if you wanna make a point to the Cowboys and Jerry Jones. But in the end, can't change the season. It's over. Let's hope that the future is bright, and I do believe it is with our players. But let's hope that the coaches can be fixed, and we can really school our players the right way for the future to really get the most out of them and have them excel to the best of their abilities, not get by with mediocrity, which is what Jason Garrett is. He's a mediocre coach, and we have a mediocre team when he's coaching it. So, guys, thanks again, man. Yes, next year it's going to be fantastic, but I truly do think that. But until then, we got to see what the offseason brings and what the draft brings and free agency and so forth and so on. So we'll see what happens, guys. Much love. Thank you for joining us tonight on a very late stream. One last final word here before the magic words. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Thank you all for joining us here on this very special holiday day. Happy holidays to everybody. Much love, man. It was a horrible Christmassy kind of eve/day because of the Cowboys loss. But, you know, enjoy the time with your family and friends and loved ones. And, you know, stay true to the blue and silver, guys. It's Cowboys for life. And that's not just words. That's truth. So much love to all the Cowboy fans and all the fans of football. As long as you're not a hater or a troll or all that garbage, just speak the truth. We try to be as non-biased as possible. Much love, guys. Stay safe tonight. Enjoy the time with your family. Merry Christmas. But more important than all of that, as always, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. Go Cowboys! Woohoo! You heard me, Santa Claus. I said it. Even on Christmas, go Cowboys. Peace out, guys. Stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow. Much love. Enjoy the time with your family on Christmas. And happy holidays. And go Cowboys forever.